Yeah, pleased with the performance. Stepping on from what I thought, I said after the Man United game, the score doesn't look it, but I thought it was a very good performance, and I think we've taken this game on in the similar mentality, not to wait for things to happen, to actually make it happen. Very pleased, particularly the first half. I thought we were very good in the first half. You know what it's like. You come in at half time, you're thinking, how are you not in front? But I said to the players, they're going to need to deliver a strong second half because Forest have made it tough here. We know that, their record over since they've been back in the Premier League. And then a fine goal. It's a fantastic goal. It's worthy of winning a game in the end. And I think our overall performance, I think we were strong enough to win the game with the actual performance level.
How pleased were you with that last 20 minutes or so? Because Forest didn't allow Forest to create any sustained pressure or anything.
No, I was pleased with that. Yeah, and that's a part of the game. It's hard to dominate Premier League football matches, particularly away from home. We know that, and particularly at places like this where they've made it a hard place to come. And so I was pleased with the mentality, to see the game through in that manner because they threw a few crosses in at the end. We had it out, we cleared it, we broke the play, as you said. I think Jordan makes one really good save when he's fast off his line. I can't remember him. I might be wrong. Can't remember him having too many big saves to make, other than stuff that you'd expect him to do well. The defensive unit's strong again, clean sheet, of course, but also the hard yards in front of them. Duke's pressing and the wide players, we ask a lot of them. The midfield too, I thought were terrific today. Jimmy Garner and Ganner, I thought them two were terrific today.
And what does that do to this group of players after they've been for the last few weeks? Must mean a lot.
Well, look, it's like another restart. What do you do? But until there's more news. We spoke with the players and said, look, we can't do anything about it. It's out of our control. We can control the controllables, and one of them is us with the mentality to perform. And I think that's been very pleasing for me as a manager because we spoke with the players. They were very open about it. They all agreed they were ready to take it on, and they have done so far. But to get that first win after that news is very pleasing. It's like it blows belief into the fans, into the group, into the players, because they still have to look at the league table at some point and still have to wait and see what an appeal will bring. So in the meantime, we've got to get on with business like we are doing. Yeah, well, Dom was touch and go. It's a tight one with him, because obviously he's passed. So I think as long as he's come through this weekend, he's got a good chance for later in the week. Amadou maybe not. We'll have to wait and see how his week progresses, but he's certainly making good progress. Thank you.
Any further questions, guys?
Cool. That was good. Oh, nearly.
Tell us a bit more about McNeil. That was a fantastic finish, isn't it?
Yeah, I think his early part of his Everton career, there was a few question marks. Since I've been here, I think he's been terrific. His work ethic, like I say, we do ask a lot of all of our players, particularly our wide players, his work ethic for the team, and I know he's got ability. I've known him a long time, and I think he showed that today, not just with his goal, which was a fine strike, but other parts of his game, his control and his understanding is improving all the time, his positional sense, and built on the fact that he will do the hard yards for himself and for the team, and they're good qualities to have. There's a lot of noise amongst lots of different noise since I've been at the club, but one of the many was about the away form. We wanted to correct it. I think we started that process last season. Certainly with draws, not so many wins, but with draws, and the mentality was improving all the time. I think this season it's been on show. And the belief in how we're playing, the belief in the players as a unit, and they're willing to work hard for each other. And you can never underestimate that. People think it's a given. It's not. A group with all noises pointing in the right direction, willing to do all the work and play, of course. That's a powerful thing. And I've spoken to the players about how important it is, and I think they're showing that they believe it more and more.
Regardless of the appeal, you're only 2 points from 17th place. With the momentum you've got, do you think you could stay up anywhere?
Well, it's people are suggesting that it's a good time to have 10 points taken. Well, if they are, I'll tell you what, I'll do a deal. I'll have their 10 points. They can have the ones that we got taken off, and let's see where we all end up. So I don't think it's quite as simple as that. But I think the key for us is to not really worry about all the different conjecture, all the different noise, all the different stories. It's to stay focused on what we're doing. And the bit that we can control, we feel we control, is our performances, our work in the week on the training ground, and our belief in each other to go and win football matches. So that's the bit that we're focusing on.
Okay,
Thanks,
folks.
everyone.
Thank you.